Welcome back. We're going to continue our interior walls. So last class, I had asked you to make some walls. We made the left wall, which is going to be entrance to the bathroom in here and into the walk-in closet in here. And then you were to make the front wall and the right wall all by yourself. If you struggled with that, I'm about to get into how to make a wall and go through the process again just to make sure you're clear. And if you need to watch that, do it. If I tell you, though, to make our next thing is a 74-inch wall that has no windows or doors, and if I tell you that and you understand the process and can do it, then you do it. Otherwise, I'm going to go through how to do that. Now, we made the front wall. Now, something was weird. If you guys did this and had two boards on the end, if you only kept one, I'm okay with that, even though technically you should have that other one. Now, right now, they're sharing the same space, which is weird. So this wall was maybe not the perfect one to start with. If you had the door one stud in, that's okay. If it was like here, that will still work because it's okay if the bedroom door is a little bit in. All right. Most of the time it's in a corner, but I'm not going to worry about that. And today I'm going to ask to make this. I'm going to call it bathroom closet or bathroom left wall. We're considering it when we go in, it's to our left, right? So I'm going to go through the process about how to do that. So here we go. I know I need a 74-inch wall, so I know I need a 74-inch plate. So I'm going to go to my plates and sills, which, by the way, I drug that one from somewhere else towards the front. I'm keeping things I use a lot towards the beginning, so I know where they are. Now, you have a pattern of these squares that we can use that may or may not be on. Sketch one might be off. You don't see it. If you go turn the sketch where we originally made that pattern, there it is. Now, you can also, if you're running out of room, don't forget we can double click on sketch one to expand it, and there's a pattern in there that right now I have 15. Let's say I just want to do one more and make them a 16 by 2 pattern. Then when I double click, notice it shows more. Okay, I have them all labeled down here. So I'm going to go ahead and make my 74 plate. Extrude, I'm going to choose one of these, doesn't matter which one. And I'm going to make my plate 74. Okay, because I don't already have one. I'm going the right direction. And oops, why doesn't it like it? Oops, I named the wrong thing 74. I guess I should have said okay first and then gone down here to where it is, part 11, right click, rename, and that is plate 74. Now, later on, when you have to make several different walls, you can either do them one at a time or you can come in and make all of those plates that you know you're going to need at once. I would personally make them all at once because I find that easier. Okay, I'm going to, of course, assign material, or sorry, not assign material, assign the appearance, or edit the appearance so that it's the same as what my other ones are. And now I'm ready to go with that wall. All right, now that I've got that, I'm going to start a new assembly. And before I get going, I'm going to rename that assembly because it's getting crowded now. I'm going to call that bath left wall. It's left because when we walk in, it's to the left. Okay, we're going to insert. Now, we're always going to start with three things. So I'm going to insert my my plates, right? I'm going to have 3 plates and I'm going to have 3 regular studs. That's what we're going to start with. So I'm going to find my plate 74 and click it 3 times to find all 3 of them. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to take these, all 3 of them, and I like to move them around. Whoops, I somehow missed one. Let's undo. Get all 3 of them. So I like to move them around so that the front is what I think of as the front. You don't have to do this, but okay. And then let's separate these guys out. And of course, it's always a good idea to fix one in place. I'm going to make that my bottom plate, and I'm going to say right click and let's fix it in place so everything else relates to it. Going to put in my 3 studs, my normal 92-inch studs. Stud 92, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Say okay. And I'm going to choose them all. Make sure I got them all. And I'm going to flip them up. I missed one. That's okay. I can grab it later. There we go. All right. So I've got my three studs. Now I'm going to start by putting my studs on my bottom plate. Click there. Okay, so there's my first one. Whoops, somehow I missed. Come on, there we go. My second one will again be the middle. Don't forget that. The second one is the middle of the board, away from the edge. We're going to go offset along the x-axis because that's which axis is showing to go. And again, if I could flip it if it went the wrong way. Good. And I'm going to put my last stud at the other end. There. And here. Good. Now I'm going to put my plates together and put my plates on the top. So put my plates together. There. Boy, it doesn't want, my mouse is not wanting to click. There. Good. What happened? They're both got put together. I'm going to undo that. So they're both sharing the same spot. So I'm going to undo what I just did. There we go. I don't know what I did. So let's try that again. I chose the top of both of them. Now I know what I did. That one. You're probably yelling at me. No, don't do it. Okay, there. And now I'm going to put my 2 double top plates on the top. Good. Now I can take this board and I am going to make a linear pattern out of it. Oh, so I want that board. I want it to go in that direction. Okay. And I want it every 16 inches. And then I see how many I need. Whoops, wrong way. Flip it. Okay. Now, if you have a board barely showing in here, it still needs to be there. Okay. You have to have as many as possible. All right. So good. So that is my basic wall. That's the 74-inch wall we're going to use. Now, let's say I had to put a door in here. And let's say I'm going to put the door, use this as a king stud, and it's going to come into this space. I just can simply hide the 2 boards that I don't want and then insert that door frame in here and put that up against the king stud, the side that's already missing the king stud. Okay, so we can put a door in if needed. Whoops. I just wanted to unhide it. All right, very good. So that is how to build a wall. Okay, now we need to install these walls. It's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to make an assembly of the bedroom walls, and then I'm going to put that assembly of the assemblies in the assembly. Okay, so that's going to be kind of crazy, but here we go. Let's start a new assembly, and let's name it before we do anything else. Rename it and call it bedroom walls. Okay, so we have bedroom left, bedroom right, bedroom front, and now I just have bedroom walls where I'm going to put those things in. So let's insert an assembly, And I'm going to start, I think, with that bedroom left wall. Put that in here. Okay. And I'm going to say, okay, and don't forget to group. We're going to group the bedroom left wall so it doesn't, parts don't move around. Now, the way this works is there's this little part at the end where two studs are close together. This way is the way we're looking at it when we look at the bedroom. Now, this one is going to be a little bit tricky. We're going to do a different type of constraint here to make sure that things line up. So here we go. Pay close attention, please, because it's going to be different. We're going to insert the right bedroom wall. So go to your assemblies, insert assemblies. We want the bedroom right wall. Okay. Now, it just happened to come in for me in the same way. If it didn't, I might have to move it. So let's group again. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's group the bedroom right wall. Make sure that it stays together as a group. Now, if I needed to, I could click on that after I grouped it and kind of orient it by turning it. Let's say I need to go that way, but I don't want to. I want it to be parallel. But if yours was off, you can always move it so that it's parallel with the other wall. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little bit weird. First of all, I need to kind of move it so it's sort of where I want it to go, sort of. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it on the correct side of the wall. Now, I'm going to do these things called planar constraints, or where is the planar? I don't want parallel, I want planar mate. So somewhere in here there it is, planar. Okay, that takes two planes and puts the planes together, right? So they can do this and stuff, but they can't do that, right? So we're gonna say I want this plane here, okay? And whoops, I didn't activate it. Let's try activating again. So planar mate, I want this plane here to be along with that plane right there. Okay, so good, we did. Now, I know it put them against each other. Okay, we're still going to say okay, and I'm going to take one of those and I can still move it. Now, notice that it's kind of being wonky right now. That's because I should have fixed one of those in place. So I'm going to take this bedroom left wall, right click, and fix. I should be able to fix it. Oh, I'm still in a mate. Right click. And can I fix this, or do I have to fix a part? Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to move that out of the way again by grabbing the stud that's in there. I'm just going to take this part right here and fix it, the bottom plate of that wall. Okay, so we have a planar mate. We're going to do one more planar mate. We're going to do the face of the bottom plates. Planar mate, choose the face. Make sure you're not getting in the line or anything. We want this plane. Let's make sure I'm choosing that plane, and this plane. Again, make sure you're hovering over the right thing. I want that plane, and good. If they move next to each other, again, that's not that big of a deal. Although, why is that one plate wanting to be weird? Oh, my front wall never had another plate on it. I'm going to do that now. So I wonder if I messed that up earlier. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. I can put it in this assembly. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to insert, and let's see. I can't remember how long that was now. So let's make a little measurement out of there. Measure how long that one was. 199 inches. So I should have a plate 199. Let's insert. Go to my plates and sills, and I should have a plate 199. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and install that. since I messed up. Good. Flip it around. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and install that since I messed up before. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so if you didn't do that on your first one because you followed me and I messed up, there we go. All right, so right now we have this that can move back and forth because those two planes are held together. Okay, and it can move that way, but it's not held a certain distance apart. So now we're going to make that mate that holds it a certain distance and offset it. So first I need to see what that distance is. So we have this wall is going to be away from that wall 146 inches. So where we do that is going to be really, really important. So let's go back to our bedroom walls. Okay, I'm looking at the ends that I have kind of connected together, and we're going to do an offset mate, and we need to do it from this inside edge to that inside edge. So here we go. Hit fasten mate. I'm going to click on this bottom left corner, click. Then I'm going to click on the inside bottom right corner of this one, click. Okay, now it put them together. Whoops, I don't know where they are. I'm going to zoom to fit. There we go. Now it put them together and we need to offset them along the y-axis. So I'm going to offset. Notice for me it's green. It might be different for you. And I need to do it the 174. I think it was 174. I hope that, let's go back and check that. 146. Whoops, sorry. Back to bedroom walls. Hopefully that's still there. No, okay, messed that up. I got to go back to this fasten mate. And 140, change it to 146 of offset. Now, if it went the wrong way again, you know, if I can flip it. If it went that other way, I got to make sure I'm going the correct direction. And we are good. All right, so now it's the right distance. Now we can put in the other bedroom wall, because this end is going to be the end of a hallway where there's a little linen closet. We're going to insert this other wall, which was the bedroom front. So we have the bedroom left. So we're going to insert assemblies. I want the bedroom front wall that has the door in it. Click. Say OK, now group them. Okay, good. Now I want to move this so that it's kind of the way I want it, so that the door is to the right where I'm going to enter it. You have to look at it, make sure you're doing this the right way. And we're going to do one mate constraint to do this spot to that spot, so it's butted up against it. And if I did this right, it should also be butted up against that other wall. Excellent. All right. Last thing that we're going to do is we're going to put in that little 46-inch wall that we already made, or 74-inch. I'm getting my numbers mixed up today. And we're going to find how far that is. So let's insert that first, and then we'll figure out how far it is. Insert assemblies. Let's find that bathroom left wall. Now, it doesn't matter which way we put this in. So we're going to group it first. Let's group bath left wall. Good. Let's kind of flip it around so that it's perpendicular. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this, I think, on the top plates. So we're going to offset that. Let's find out what the distance we need to offset it is. So it's 92 inches from the inside of this wall. All right, so here we go. Again, pay close attention. I'm on bedroom walls. There we go. So it's 92 inches from the end. So I'm going to kind of hover around so I can see the tops. Fasten mate. We're going to choose this point on the top. It's a little hard to see. I'm going to tilt it a little bit to make sure I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. And then this edge right here, click, okay. Now, and then we're going to offset that along the x-axis for me. Again, you have to look at which axis is going that way, the 92 inches. I'll hit enter to see if it goes the right way. It should, otherwise I have to flip it, enter. Whoop, I got to flip it. So it's going to be negative 92. Okay, because it was going the opposite direction. And good. All right. So we are looking good for this section of this wall and these 3 walls that we're going to install later. I take that back. We're going to install it right now because we have time. So I need to make sure that I'm on this guy 74 inches, but I can't remember. I need to go to the house. I can't remember what were butt walls and what were by walls. Okay, the long walls are butt walls, which is going to work out really well because I need to remember, I'm going to write this down, that I am 74 inches in. Actually, I should remember that from the end, since the wall is 74 inches. We can remember that. All right. Let's go ahead and insert this in. Let's go to our house. And if you haven't already, turn off all the trusses so that you can see in here. We're going to insert assemblies. We're going to find that assembly that we were working on. The bedroom walls might say generating preview if you were just working on it. Okay. And we're going to put that in here somewhere close by. Say okay, and we're gonna group, of course, that. So you got to find your way to scroll to bedroom walls. Good. We're gonna move this around so it's oriented kind of the right way in the house. All right, and then we're gonna put those walls in. So cool. Here we go. And I have to zoom around so we can see. Now, be careful. We're going from this point right here. That's 74 inches. So let's do that. I'm going to fasten mate, find that spot right there. The blue is pointing upward. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to find this outside point with the blue pointing upwards. Click. Now it's going to move it straight over there. Again, I'm scrolling, but I don't know where it is. So I'm going to go here and say zoom to fit, so I can see what I'm doing. And I need to go along, for me, it's the x-axis. That's 74 inches. Let's hit enter for a preview. It went the right way. Otherwise, I would have had to put negative 74. This wall fits. The hallway end is there. Excellent. And I'm going to hit check. Cool. All right, so let's get to where you can see your name and those walls in there. Take a picture of that, submit it. Good job, folks. See you on the next one where we're going to start building walls, and I am not going to make any more videos for you. You're just going to do it. I will help. I will make more videos for how to install them, but I'm going to ask you to build the walls all on your own. All right, folks, good luck. See you next time.